Hello, I'm Joe from Wacom, and I'm going to walk you through the setup of your Expresskeys and touch strip for your Intuos3 tablet. I'll also show you how to customize the side switch on your pen. If you haven't downloaded the latest driver for your Intuos3, be sure to do so at Wacom's website. Without the latest driver, the menus for this video might look slightly different. On an Intuos, you have 3 sets of controls that you can adjust to speed your workflow: the Expresskeys, the touch strips, and the side switches on the pen itself. Customizing these controls in the Wacom control panel allows you to create shortcuts for the functions you use the most. They can save you a lot of time, and they're easy to set up. These are the Expresskeys, these are the touch strips, and this is the pen with its rocking side switch. As you can see, each end of the side switch can be set to a function of your choosing. Wacom presets all of these for you, but you have the ability to set them up any way you want. Customizing them is easy. Just open the Wacom tablet properties. On a Mac, go to your Apple menu, select System Preferences, then choose Wacom Tablet. On a PC, go to Start, choose All Programs, Wacom Tablet, and select Wacom Tablet Properties. Here you'll see some simple pull-down menus that allow you to customize your pen. Keep in mind that each component of the Intuos3 is customizable independently of any other. It's simple to make the adjustments, so let's acclimate ourselves to the control panel. At the top is the tablet list. This will show you any of the professional tablets you currently have set up on your computer. If you have more than one, you'll need to make sure that you have the one you want to customize selected before moving on to the tool list. Next is the tool list, which allows you to switch between any tools you have set up to work with your Intuos3, like the pen and the mouse that come with it. If you have any of the accessory pens, like the 6D Art pen or the airbrush, they will appear here as well. Finally, you'll see the applications list. By default, you'll notice it says All, meaning that the adjustments you make will apply to all applications. However, if you want to adjust the settings for a specific application, such as Photoshop, you can do that too. For example, I can program the Expresskeys to do one thing in Photoshop and something else entirely in Corel Painter. Let's change the function for an Expresskey for all applications. First, choose Functions in the tool list. Choose the Expresskey tab, then choose the Expresskey that you want to modify and make a choice from the pull-down menu. To create a setting for a specific application, open the application you want to customize. In this case, I'm going to open Photoshop. Make sure that the tool you want to customize is selected in the tool list. To the right of the Applications list, you'll see a plus sign. Go ahead and click on it. You'll see a list of all your open applications. Select the application, I'm selecting Photoshop, and select OK. Now you'll notice that the Applications list has 2 entries, All Other and Photoshop. This tells me that since the pen is selected in my tool list and Photoshop is selected in the Applications list, that my tool is ready to be customized for Photoshop only. In Photoshop, I use the space bar for the grabber tool more than any other keyboard command, so I want to set up one end of the side switch to perform this function. In the pen diagram, I select the drop-down for the lower end of my side switch and change it to keystroke. Now I'm going to perform the function exactly as if I were working in the application, so I'm going to hold the space bar. On a PC, you'll see the word space. And on a Mac, you'll see an actual space, so don't be alarmed if it appears as though nothing happened. Select OK. Now you can name it whatever you want, because it's just for your reference. I call it Grab, although I think technically the tool is called the Hand tool. Now let's set up the other end of the side switch as the Alt key. You would choose Modifier rather than Keystroke, and on the menu, check the box for Alt. The space bar is a keystroke, while the Alt, Control, Shift, and Command on a Mac are considered modifiers. Now you can see what happens when I use the side switch. Space for the Hand tool, Alt for the eyedropper when using a brush, or as a target defining a clone source when using a clone stamp. You can program the rest of your Expresskeys the same way, or check to see what each key is assigned to as a default. Now let's customize a touch strip for a very helpful feature, increasing and decreasing your brush size in Photoshop. Select the functions in the tool list and make sure that Photoshop appears in your applications list. Remember, if it doesn't, click the plus to the right of the applications list, select Photoshop, and click OK. Select the touch strip tab, then choose the touch strip you want to have adjust the brush size. I recommend the side that you use with your non-pen or non-dominant hand. Choose keystroke instead of auto scroll zoom. Select the keystroke which increases and decreases brush size to each end of the touch strip. In this case, the left and right bracket keys, which are the Photoshop shortcuts for changing brush size. We're going to put the right bracket key to the top to increase the brush size when you slide your finger upward on the touch strip, and put left bracket for the bottom to decrease the brush size when you slide your finger down. Name it brush size, then click OK. See, now I can easily change the size of my brush without having to take a hand over to the keyboard. You can, of course, repeat that process for your other touch strip, but honestly, I like the default zoom setting, so I'm going to leave it alone. Setting up your Expresskeys, touch strip, and pen switches should only take a few minutes, but they can save you hours over the course of your work week. If you ever think you've messed things up, just hit the default button in the lower right of the tab and start over. It will reset only that tab, and you can go back and try again. So that's about it for programming your pen, touch strips, and Expresskeys. There are more videos about the Intuos3 at Wacom.com, so please check them out.